The most basic of statistical calculations is to find the center of a set of data, also known as measures of central tendency. As you've learned, there's three basic measures of central tendency: mean, median, and mode. Let's start with mean and how we can use Excel to calculate that for us. We have our set of data right over here in this first column. Now we know that the mean would be adding up all the values in our data set and dividing it by the number of values in the data set. Microsoft Excel can speed up this process for us. Within Microsoft Excel, there's a built-in equation to be able to calculate the mean of a set of data. Whenever you want to make a calculation within Excel, you select the cell where you want the resulting calculation to be, and you always start by hitting the equal sign. Now there's several different functions built into Microsoft Excel. The function that allows you to calculate your mean is actually called average. So I'm going to, after I hit my equal sign, type in average. You'll notice that it comes up and I can select that first option, average, or just keep typing the full function name. I then want to always follow that up with a parenthesis. Now it's asking me, since I chose the average function, to input the numbers that I want to calculate the average of. It's as simple as highlighting and selecting the full set of numbers. I'm clicking and holding and dragging down to select the full set of numbers, and at the end of that I want to close the parenthesis off. So you'll notice how in what I selected, it's A1 through A11, column A, row 1 through column A, row 11. With that function now closed off, I can hit enter and it calculates the average for me, 20.63-ish. What about the median? Well, we know that the median would be us reorganizing this data from least to greatest and then finding that center number. Or if there's two center numbers, finding the average of those two center numbers. That can be a cumbersome process and very time consuming. Thankfully, within Microsoft Excel, we have another function to calculate median. Again, I selected the cell that I want the result to be in. I hit my equal sign and I'm going to type in median. So the median returns the median, or the number in the middle of a set of given numbers. Again, right after I type in the function name, parenthesis, I'm going to click and hold and highlight the set of data that I want to calculate the median of, and then I'm going to close the parenthesis and hit enter. And it calculated the median as 16. The last measure of central tendency is mode. And as you might guess, just like the others, there's a built-in function for that. So I'm going to hit my equal sign and type in mode, parenthesis, and highlight the set of data that I want to calculate the mode. Now we know that the mode is what value in our set of data occurs the most. Close that parenthesis off and hit enter. And it selects 14. There's one problem with that. You'll notice that I have two values of 14 in here, but I also have two values of 9. It didn't select the 9 as mode as well, when it should have. In fact, this set of data has two modes, both 9 and 14. So how do we get Excel to find both of those? Well, I'm going to delete the mode calculation that I just did. I'm going to hit my equal sign again, and I'm going to type in mode, but you'll see this option right here that says mode.molt for multiple. So mode.mult, what that does is if there are multiple modes within a set of data, it will produce all results. So mode.mult, parenthesis, select my set of data, close the parenthesis and hit enter. And you'll notice that it expands the selection down and lists all of the modes that exist within this set of data. And just to show you that it's a dynamic calculation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this 24 right here to a 19. That means that there's going to be two different 19s in that set of data, which means that I now have three modes, 14, 9, and 19. And what you'll notice when I hit enter is not only did it add 19 as a mode, but it also adjusted what my average was, my mean. It's now 20.18 because that number went from a 24 to a 19. So that's how you calculate the three measures of central tendency that we use in statistics.